Alright, this video is going to be a little different. It's going to be quick and easy because I don't have much ideas for this week's video. But one of the main things that just like captured me, and I wasn't expecting it to happen, and yes, this is just going to be a rant, but, oh, excuse me, oh my god. But the main gist was just the focus of Black Ops 6, obviously, if you can see the gameplay in the background. But the main focus is just how it captured my attention, necessarily, because what I was initially just going to do was play it for an hour, be like, alright, this game's boring, I'm going to refund it. That didn't happen. I've been on a binging spree of this game for the past, like, day or so, and me and my brother have been just trying to wrap our heads around as to why. Why is this game so captivating? And we have a few bullet points, so just to list them off, I think the first one is just overall presentation. The footage that you're seeing was recorded before the update, but before the update, even after the update, I'm gonna be honest, the game still feels nice. The game feels refreshing. It doesn't feel like another slop of a Call of Duty clone. Before people go like, oh, all Call of Duties are the same. Like, no. Fucking Modern Warfare 2 and 3, fucking terrible games. I bought the second one because I thought, well, I got an Xbox, because that's when I bought an Xbox Series X at the time. I was like, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna buy this game. And I fucking hated it. I think I have like less than 8 hours on that game, and I regret buying that piece of shit just because that game is fucking terrible. No one can convince me that that game is good. I tried it. It sucks. The weapons feel like shit. The movement feels like shit. Point is, the game doesn't feel great. But with Black Ops 6, it feels like Cold War. And yes, I'm using Cold War as the example, but it feels good. It has elements of Cold War in it, and I don't mind it. It feels like I'm back inside an 80s action movie, just like in Cold War. But with this one, they worked with what they had, and they improved upon it. They had a good foundation. I haven't even touched the story mode, but the foundation itself is really nice. That leads me to the gameplay of the game, and I'm sure the footage that you'll see won't be very great in that aspect, because I kept dying. It was just basic B-roll footage, but for the most part, I find the game very satisfying to play. I feel like I'm back in fucking middle school and high school camo grinding in Black Ops 2. And it does have a correlation with that game, surprisingly enough. It feels similar to that multiplayer, but modernized to our audience of how we've adapted and improved on first-person shooters. Because if I were to be honest, I know a lot of people want a Black Ops 2 remake, but if they were to do that, just flat out, it probably won't hold much player retention. That's because we've grown so accustomed to certain things in video games, and I think Black Ops 6 modernizes the whole first-person shooter aspect from BO2 in a sense. And yes, BO has a bunch of Treyarch magic sprinkled onto it. And that's not me dick riding it or anything, that's more so me trying to explain it in my own words of how this game feels like I'm playing the older titles, and it doesn't feel like a piece of shit like the other ones have felt. And luckily enough, I've had multiple friends that have bought the old CODs, like Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, the original Modern Warfare, and they compared it to this one. They're like, those have nothing compared to this. This game holds no candle to it. So I'm trying to figure out as to why. And of course, the movement, the gameplay, like I mentioned, is a huge aspect. But I also think another aspect to it is just the overall achievements. These achievements don't feel too hard to grasp. They feel good enough to grind for the average player. They're good enough for the intermediate players like me, and for the sweaty tryhards, they're already done with them. But I feel like that's a good balance where it caters more to the intermediate and the casual players. And yeah, you'll get your usuals like, oh, this game sucks. They have like 1,000 hours in it already, even though the game's just been out. But I think it nails in the coffin of trying to appeal to me, the older audience, and the newer generation in a good way. I don't use the movement to my advantage too much in the footage, just because I've been trying to grind out that shitty ass AK to get gold camo on, but whenever I played it tonight to camo grind for another gun, I know I'm camo grinding, it's crazy, but it feels nice. The movement feels nice, and then it leads me to the gunplay, because I've been talking about the whole playing around with unlocking camos. The gunplay, it's alright. It's more entwined with, I'd say, Black Ops 2, like how I mentioned before. And why do I say that? Because SMGs rule the fucking world. Like all Treyarch games. SMGs and like a small hint of ARs are the meta. I haven't used SMGs yet because I decided to camo the ARs first before the SMGs, because I feel like that's going to be the easiest. So I'm going to leave those for last. And it just, you can tell. You can definitely tell the power creep that SMGs have over any other weapon, including shotguns. And they only have 2. It's very disappointing in my opinion where they only have 2 shotguns in the game. I'd be alright with 3 or 4, but 2 is just way too less. So I feel like they will implement more in the future. But my overall thought process of the gunplay is, if you have a weaker weapon, and if you don't shoot first, then you're gonna fucking die. Because usually everyone just runs the meta weapons, and that's more so player base kind of ruining it and not being creative than the actual developers themselves. Because even Black Ops 2 had very overpowered weapons. They had the Scar, the Scorpion, the Peacemaker, and then you had your oddballs, you know. Some people used that 3-burst shitty SMG. People made it work. I think I made it work back in the day. And I think it has that similar charm to BO6. I haven't memorized any of the gun names, but I think the MP5, the brand new one that they just released, I don't know how the fuck people have it already, but that handheld one, and for ARs, I don't know if it's an AR, but definitely that other AK and the 3-burst, I feel like are a decent counterbalance to that as well. I'm just picking out the ones that I've died the most to. I haven't been able to actually use them because I just bought the game like this week. But the point is, it's just, it feels very reminiscent to the older COD titles, and it's a game where I feel excited for whenever I get out of work or out of school, that I just want to play. And I can't find that in most modern games. I don't think I've been that excited to play a game since Resident Evil 4 Remake, and that's because that's the only modern title I've bought within the first, like, this year. Like, I just bought it this year, just because I don't tend to buy modern slops nowadays. But this one, I don't regret the purchase. That I overpay? Yes, I do feel like I still overpaid a shit ton for this game, but it's the modern age. Am I gonna accept it? Internally, no. Mentally, yes. And that's just the way of life until the game industry crashes. But besides the whole ranting of gunplay and movement, I think the overall player base is also, in a sense, back, where I've had some funny encounters on that game, and I'm not gonna lie, I did the whole, you know, I grab him from the back and then I fuck him in the ass thing. That shit was funny in one of my older games that I played, like one of the first few games that I played. The guy played along with it. It was really funny, and it just gave me memories to how I used to play BO2, and I always had like this black guy be like, "Damn, this little N-word knows how to shoot," or something like that. That shit was funny. That shit was hilarious back in the day. And it's still funny now when people keep saying that or some other stupid shit. And that's just something that you don't see in modern gaming. It's just voice comms or voice chats. Like, fuck it, Dead by Daylight doesn't even have any. So it's not that I feel alone in this game. It's very funny whenever I get death screams from people that I kill or vice versa. it makes the game feel alive. So overall, this game just feels nice to play. It's captivated me and my brother's interests, and for this week's video, I just kind of wanted to make a rant about it because I was going to do a 2v8 video, but I didn't plan myself to play Black Ops 6 this much. But just the overall gist of this game captivated me, and I haven't even touched the surface of it. I barely just started playing the multiplayer. I still have the story mode and the zombies to go through. And I played like one match of zombies. It's pretty fun. Yes, it's Cold War. It's not what I really like, but I'm hoping in the future, I know it's a huge batch of copium, but I'm hoping in the future, they said they were going to cater to old COD's zombie fans, and I still hold on to that. I still think that they'll do that, so hopefully I'll make an update and be like, yay, I get my round-based zombies and people get their Warzone zombies. Even though it's not really any Warzone zombies anymore, it's literally a map that's not fucking massive as shit. One of my most hated features about Cold War was that whole outbreak thing. I hated that shit. It's fucking boring as hell. But just the game feels nice. But I wouldn't spend $70 or $100 on it. I'd wait. I let it sit for a bit. But if you can't wait and you just want to play with your friends, fucking do it. It's fun. It's a blast. I mean, all the guys got the game and we all played it. Some of us through Game Pass, others bought the game, and it's just fun. I haven't had that much fun in a while since I said Gang Beats whenever we all played that. But anyways, sorry for this weird video. I know it's not horror related or anything like that, but I just wanted to put something out there for this week for you guys to enjoy, and hopefully you guys enjoyed me yapping about a fucking brand new game. But I'm out. Peace.